Hello everybody, this is Carol from Friendly Quail. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, if you're coming back, thanks for being here. I really appreciate that. I am on part 4 of my big journal adventure. And last time I put this fabric on and I started putting this to decorate it, and then I thought, well, I better do it. I said this was going to be start to finish. I better do it on camera. So I'm going to just finish this part, and I have a couple of other things. Like I think I'm going to put this on. And I have this, let's see if I can get it close. It's got flowers. It's an antique button, which I took the back off of. And I think I'm going to put that on the cover, like right here. Let me know what you think. I'm not going to glue it on yet. Do you think that looks good on there? So let me know. And then this, I think I'll off-center down here to kind of balance this look. But I'm not going to put those on right now. I just thought I'm going to decorate this a little bit. So what I'm doing is I'm putting this on over the edge. And I just thought it was kind of pretty. I like this stuff. I've got it in pink and green, but green is the best because it's leaves, you know. So let's see here. I'm going to take some Fabri-Tac, because that's what I'm using to put it on. Oh, that's not that one's not good. Get the new one. That's what I need. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on. This is just a piece of freezer paper. And I am using, just like this is a silicone, I've got some silicone paint brushes. This one has like a real point, and this one has just a little kind of teardrop shape almost. Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm just putting a little bit of Fabri-Tac on here, and I'm putting it on the back of this, and I'm only doing a couple at a time. Okay, the ones that are on this side, I'm putting it on the entire thing. The ones that are on that side, I'm leaving it loose. I'm only, so that where it goes over the edge, it's not stitched down. Okay, and then this one goes here. Okay, so something like this, I just didn't want to, you know, put a big batch of glue on it, because it just would spread out and come out the other side. So doing this little paint job here with this really makes a difference. And I can glue it, it's going to hold, and it's not going to come off, it's not going to spread out and look bad, you know, that type of thing. So let's see, I'm going to put this on. Okay, gotta make sure I get this good. I put out way more glue than I needed. And this will be the last part, and I have enough on here that it's going to go under, kind of around the edge. I did that at the top too. All right, let's see here. Get that on, and around the edge. Oops, I need a little more glue. gotta just stay. There. I think that adds a lot. So it looks like this when you've got the book shut. Now I'm going to work on signatures. I've been preparing papers. This I'm just going to throw out. I've been preparing papers that, you know, like that I think might go in here. I have way more than I need. So I'll have another big journal ready to go here. What I thought I would do is make sure I had in each one either one of these botanical eco-dyed papers or one of the coffee dyed papers. So I'm going to do 9 signatures, and I might end up having to go down to 7. I don't know. I'm not good at keeping it skinny. So I end up with way more than I need. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to kind of make these into signatures, starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I want one that looks really pretty for when you open up the book. Which one looks the best? I'm kind of just checking out these. Because this one's really dark. I'm going to put that one. Oops. This is more subtle. I like that. Okay. So these are going to be my start to my signatures. So I'm going to grab out. I don't know where any of my really little ones are, so I'm going to use this. I am going to write the numbers on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'll put them on here. Now, this might not be, this one will be, but the rest of them might not be the outside page when I, you know, I could rearrange them. So, but for right now, I wanted to start with one of each of these types of paper because these are good for writing on and they're pretty. All right. And we'll see what happens with that. 7. Maybe if I don't overload them, I will be able to keep 9 signatures. We shall see. Okay, so now I have 1 for each signature. Okay, and now I'm going to pull up another set of papers out. And I have way more than I need, like I said. So these are from Botanical or Nature Books. And I have a couple of these that are from a poetry book. So let's take those two. I might keep these separate and keep these as the big ones in here first. Let's see. I like that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. I'll put these aside. I need them for later. Oh, I just saw something when I put that down. I'm going to trade this one out for one of the other ones because I love that. Which one? I'll trade it for this one. Okay. Now I'm going to put one of each of these, and these are all full size, cut to the size I need. Let's see. I'm going to start with one of the nature ones. Oh, I have to cut these off. This one off, I think. Yeah, I forgot. I didn't cut them off. Okay, about 1/4 inch, maybe. How much is it sticking out? A little more than 1/4 inch. Well, you know what? I'll get it in there and then I'll cut them off later. You don't need to watch me do that. Okay, so that one was one from this book. So let's see. Where did I put that one I just had? This one. I'll put one of these in. Forgot I didn't cut those off because I cut my template off, but I forgot I didn't do it there. Okay, let's see. We'll use one of our little poetry pages. And then I'll go back to one of these. More. Okay. One of these. 5. 6. 7. So I have to cut top and bottom. And 8, 9. See, I did reinforce all of these. I just forgot I didn't cut them off. But like I said, I can go back and do that later. Okay, now we have 2 in each signature. So now, what do I want to do next? Let's see. I've got some music paper and some ledger paper, and some of the ledger paper I just did it sideways and it's just a piece like this, but a couple of them I cut off and I turned in the edges of a whole spread, and those I want in because I want to do flips and that type of thing. So let's mix these in. I'm going to put this in number 3 and 6 maybe, so that they're spread out a little. All right, 3 and 6. Put those down, 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 down. Okay. Let's see. 1. I'm going to put one of these in. Whoop. 2, I'm I'm going to put music. I'll put one of the big ones. 3, we have something put in. 4, music. 6, I put that ledger in. 7. 8. And 9. Just if I need anything later. And then I have pages that are smaller, and I got, like I said, way too many. But I'm going to go through and put one in each of these. So I've got some things that are like this with fonts and things. And let's see, I might want a different size in here. How about this? Then that'll stick out. Like that. I'll have to cut a little bit of that off too. Kind of like that. Got this, this, and this. Okay. This is a piece of real someone practicing their shorthand that I found in the shorthand book. Okay. This is just some kind of, how will that work in there? Maybe I want a bigger one in here. Nope, this one has a pocket. That has to go in a different one. Okay. Yeah, I'll put this quote one in here. And it might go on the outside of this. You know, like in here. I probably will rearrange these all when I get that done. So 3. This one will go in here. And I have little, I turned it up, so there'll be a pocket here. It's in the middle thing. All right, and let's see. Maybe a shorthand one. And six. This one here I took out of a book, and it has this plate that was put on. This is one I did a while ago. So I'm going to get that in here. Okay, 7. 8. 8 and here's something that I got out of a newspaper that was an old newspaper from 1990. It's got a house, maybe like this, and then this flips out so you can order it. That was cut out of a newspaper. Let's see. Don't think I like it there. Need more, I've got more later. Okay, I've got these that have, you know, that are like blank, that you can write on. So we need to get some of those in. I'm going to put these in the ones that don't have that other. Yeah, that'll work. One. Put a botanical one in here. These are some from up north. They have maples and oaks. And let's see, this has got one of those. Here I've got a map of, this one has the eastern United States, and here's where I used to live, right up here, and here's where I live now. I've got both of them in there. Okay, this one can use a botanical one. And this will need, this one has a couple of black and white photographs. 5. 6. This one's on a kind of almost see-through paper, kind of pretty. 6. 7. 'll somewhere else. This one's actually folded twice. Maybe what I should do is cut this. It's like a, almost like a glassine type paper. Let's see, I think it looks like I zipped it before. Oh, that was great. Now I can't use that one unless I cut it down smaller. Alright, and And I'm going to put in, I have some little ones. This one's really cool. I got a whole magazine that no one must have read from. It's from, I don't know if I have it written down on here. I have to look it up. They're from like 1906 or something like that. But the whole thing, they could have never read their magazine because it opened up in, it was like 4 rows like this. So I thought that's kind of cool. I will put that in and then have it be like a flip out. So when you get over to here, I might have to just cut or fold it a little bit different, but that'll fold out like that. Because it goes right into the thing, and I can't catch it in the signature papers. That would not work. Oh, I forgot to cut this one off too. Okay. That's one. Let's see. I've got some envelopes I want to put in. That I opened up to be a page. Okay, there's a smaller page with some poetry on. Let's see. This is from 1915. It was from Verse for the War, World War I. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to do that. Here, I'll put this in. From 1906. And this one, I'm going to put this airmail envelope, I think. I don't like that. Put a little one in. I'll put the envelope in this one. I might rearrange them a little bit again, you know, later. Let's see. This one is from 1896. Got a little one in there. And I could either put something like this in, although I don't have this dried. I've got an envelope like this that I could then put it in the signature and put a flip on it. Might work. I don't like that. I'm going to put this in here. Okay. So that's it so far. I do have a few other things I could put in, but you know, I'm already getting up there. If I take my book and I put them in, that's the pinch we get. Which is good because I can't tend to make them too fat. But I might add like a few more pages in here. I've got some that I have a couple of things I want to Mod Podge this and put it in. And I might put a few, a few other like little things. Oh, I got to put this one in. This was from a 1915 book, and it was, I guess, I don't know, it was like about a religious type thing that someone would read. And inside of here, this was just laying in there, and I used faux tape to put it on. And it said, "A leaf taken off the dining room of the Cunard Liner, Carolina, June 1925. Gotta put that in. For sure. Not sure where, but I'm gonna put it in. Maybe in here. This really layers up kind of neat. And then when we get over to here, we have that. And part of this will show, that'll look nice too. Okay, so I know that one I want it in for sure. And yeah, I'm going to take and Mod Podge a couple of things. This one's in for 1906, and it's not very, it's kind of crispy. I'm going to Mod Podge that. Maybe one or two of these. Not sure which. I've got a number of them cut out. Or I might take out this book again and cut one down and then turn it in, because I could use a few more flip-ins. So I gotta kind of think about that. I've got a few other things I could put in yet. Whoops. And I certainly have more that if I need to put something in, but I need some flips. So I think instead of Mod Podging these, I'll take them and cut them so I can fold it in like this. Will be like this, and then I'll be able to flip it in, and it'll just be the length of the paper. And I can add in some of these other things if I need it. So that's it for today. Good start on my signatures. I need to go back and cut some of these off. I'm really excited about this, but you know, let me know what you think about the cover. Do you think that it would look good to have this like this? Do you like that? Let me know. I'd appreciate your feedback. Whoops, I dropped my ruler. And we'll see you in the next video. The next one will probably be a Try Something New Tuesday, but then I'll get back to this. All right, we'll see you soon. Do something you love today and every day, because that's the secret to happiness. This is Carol from Friendly Quail. Bye.